is up, guys? As the UK continues to slowly but surely close its borders to overseas care workers, some countries are opening their borders to welcome overseas care workers. One of such countries is Canada. Canada has launched a new pilot program to welcome overseas care workers, which means you can now move to go and work in Canada as a home care worker or as a caregiver. And the beauty of it is that you can move together with your family. Not only that, this new pathway which they've announced leads to permanent residency, which means as soon as you arrive in Canada, if you arrive in Canada today, you are getting your permanent residence the same time you arrive in Canada. Isn't that exciting news, guys?
Today I'm very pleased to announce that we are launching new pilots that will provide permanent residency status for caregivers as soon as they arrive in Canada.
And the beauty of this new program, guys, is that you don't need to have a degree, you don't need to have a diploma, as long as you have a high school diploma or high school qualification, equivalent to Canadian high school diploma, of course. So in this video, I'm going to be filling you in on the details about this new visa route. What are the requirements? What is the eligibility criteria? What is the expected salary threshold? And so forth and so on. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Pauline Popomoyo. And in this channel, I share information on how you can relocate to overseas, be it UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, do smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss any of my videos. And without wasting any of your time, let's get into it. So what is a home caregiver or home caregiving? So this is a variety of non-medical services provided to those who need help. We're looking at services like providing personal care, assisting with mobility, feeding, washing, dressing, grooming, and all those activities of daily living. So when you move to go and work as a caregiver in Canada, you can either be working in a care home, in a care company, or in someone's home. As you all know, we've got what we call the live-in carers, which means you can be living in with individuals and taking care of their beloved ones at their homes, right? So if you work as a caregiver or a home caregiver in Canada, you can expect to get a salary of, the average salary is $34,125 Canadian dollars. And the highest salary that you can get, that is if you gain more experience in the field, is 49,000 plus Canadian dollars. The entry-level jobs will earn you at least 29,000 plus Canadian dollars per annum. For you to get a job as a home caregiver in Canada, you have to meet the eligibility criteria. And guys, Canada is trying to make it super easy for people who are overseas to relocate to Canada because they're experiencing a critical shortage of home care workers. So they've actually lowered their scores. For starters, they've also lowered their requirements. Like I've already mentioned earlier on, you don't need a degree, you don't need a diploma for you to be able to apply for these jobs.
I'm also pleased to share that we are lowering, out of fairness, the language requirements to Canada Language Benchmark 4 under these new PR on arrival pilots.
So the number one eligibility criteria that you have to meet is level 4. Canada has got a benchmark of English that you have to meet, and they expect you to have a level 4. So you need to attain a minimum of level 4 based on the Canadian language benchmarks, and then hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma, have recent and relevant work experience, receive an offer for a full-time home care job. You have to attain a minimum of level 4 on the Canadian language benchmark. You know, Canada, they normally say you need to have English or French. So in this instance, if you don't have French, you're supposed to have at least a level 4 in English for you to be able to relocate and work as a caregiver in Canada. And secondly, you need to hold an equivalent of a high school Canadian diploma, which means you don't need to have a degree, you don't need to have a diploma, as long as you have a certificate which is equivalent to Canadian high school diploma. High school, guys, that's all that is needed. Thirdly, you need to have recent and relevant experience in the relevant field. Obviously, you can't expect to go and work as a home care worker if you don't have experience in the relevant field. And I know the majority of us already have the relevant English skills, because most of us have written IELTS, and the IELTS that we have written, even if it's a UK VI, it does qualify you for Canada. And most of us already have experience, guys. So it will just be a matter of comparing your qualifications with the Canadian high school diploma for you to be able to relocate to Canada. Another eligibility criteria that you have to meet, just like here in the United Kingdom, where you are supposed to secure a job with a company which is licensed to sponsor, which means if you're applying to go and work as a caregiver in Canada, they have what they call LMIA, which is Labor Market Impact Assessment. It's more or less like a certificate of sponsorship, whereby a company is allowed to hire from overseas, or has been approved to hire from overseas, because they've seen that within the Canadian market there's no one to undertake those jobs. So because there's no one to undertake those jobs within the Canadian market, they are able to recruit from overseas. The government has approved that they can hire from overseas. So once you get a job offer from that company, that is all that you need for you to be able to relocate to Canada. Just those 4 things, guys, and I'll make a rundown of them. 1, you need to have the English, which is level 4. 2, you need to have a certificate or a qualification equivalent to Canadian high school diploma. 3, you need to have a job offer from a company which is approved to hire from overseas. And 4, you need to have a recent or relevant work experience. Simply as that, guys. And once you travel to Canada, you get permanent residence on arrival. Is that not exciting news, guys? If you feel like this is exciting news, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. So once they fully launch the program, I will come and share with you the details and how you can apply for this wonderful opportunity to move together with your family to Canada and get permanent residence on arrival. So guys, now that I've shared this information with you, it's time for you to start preparing. Those who are interested in relocating to go and work in Canada, the time to start preparing is now. Get your CV ready, and if you don't know how to write a standard Canadian CV, I'll leave the link in the description box. I can draft the CV for you. Get your papers ready, your experience, your references and everything, so that once this program is rolled out, you don't start running around. It's just a matter of applying. Otherwise, guys, this is all that I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, do drop them in the comment section, and guys, do share this video with those who are interested in relocating to overseas to come and work as care workers. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.